Constructing your life is about much more than just building a bank account. Each week, join real estate entrepreneur and mindset coach Austin Linney as he interviews guests who are constructing their dream lives and impacting the world around them on a daily basis. If you're an entrepreneur or wanting to start a business, or you just want to hear motivating stories of how others have overcome the odds, you are in the right place. And now for your host, Austin Linney.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Construct Your Life Rant. This is Austin Linney, and I'm going to talk about today is something I learned from my mentor, one of my mentors, Matty A., and one of the phrases that he uses, and it's called dirty yeses. Dirty yeses. I want to say that again. I am a person who wants to help. I'm a person who wants to uplift. I'm a person who wants to say yes to almost everything. And in certain contexts, that is a great way to get started. But as your schedule gets filling up and more, and your time is being stretched, we really have to understand that a lot of times we say things yes to things that we shouldn't say yes to, or we haven't even thought it through on the amount of time, money, or anything that's going to cost us in the long term. Right? And so ultimately you have to ask yourself, because every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. And so I really want you to look back on your life and understand that all the choices that you made to where you are today, whether or not you're overwhelmed, you have less money, you're not healthy, all these things, these are choices that you made that eventually got to where you are in your present form. And so the question is how many things have you said yes to that didn't serve you? How many daily habits or things that you have skipped that you've said no to, but then you said yes to that, hanging out at that bar with that friend that you know that gets too drunk, right? But you don't want him to feel bad. So you say yes, or you say yes to a phone call with somebody that's, you don't really hang out with anymore, but, you just don't want to be mean, right? But that's ultimately taking up space in your life, and it's ultimately taking up and propelling you in a certain direction. So if you continue these dirty yeses over and over again, you're going to wind up somewhere where you don't want to be. And so how you do this to get away from this is you get very, very clear on who you are and what you need to get you to where you're going. And you have to step back and take 5 seconds. And one of the ways that he does it that I love, I'm trying to get good at it, he doesn't take any same day meetings, because you've already set your schedule the day before. And ultimately, by putting something in your day, you're juggling your day. Now, granted, there's emergencies or things for business you have to do, but I love that rule because it allows you the time to frame, into that meeting. You're not just shoving it in the day. And so ultimately we have to ask ourselves, like, how many times have we said yes to friends, family, business, all these things that don't serve us? And that ultimately is a dirty yes. And with enough dirty yeses, you're going to get yourself down somewhere in life where you don't want to be. And so we have to make sure that every time we are saying yes to something, we've understand the ramifications of what it's going to do to our life. Guys, I want to help everybody I can. But every time I say yes to somebody, it's meaning I'm putting my full force of energy into them, my heart, my soul, my body. And that's a lot of energy and a lot of time that takes out of me. And so when they don't say yes to themselves and they don't want to show up, how can I fight for them? So you have to say yes, clean yes to yourself first. And then you have to step back and look about how many times, because I'm guilty as charged, how many times that we have a dirty yes that we've said yes to, and then we get to it, 6 months in, a week in, 3 weeks in, and we're in a situation that we don't want to be in, and we're too scared to pull the ripcord because of what somebody's going to think or say. And ultimately, you have to make the decisions that are necessary for you to get your life where you need to go. So I hope everybody got some value from this, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening to Construct Your Life with Austin Linney. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to rate, review, subscribe, and pay it forward by sharing with a friend. Most importantly, take this opportunity to start constructing your life by taking immediate action on what you learned. For show notes, resources, and more information on one-on-one coaching with Austin, visit constructyourlifepodcast.com.